I know what you're thinking, probably already typing it up in the comment section down below. Chev, you can't refund a free game. And to that, my friend, I'd like to say that you're completely right. However, this is my series where I tell you if you should refund a game in 2 hours of in-game playtime, probably better known as the Steam Refund Time. A game should be good straight away, not 10 hours in. So, let's see what xDefiant is all about. Starting off, what do we know about this game? Well, it's a first-person arcade shooter with a hero system inspired in style by the old Call of Duty games. Of course, minus the hero part. Produced by Ubisoft, which in recent history is a bit of a yikes to begin with. However, the team responsible for xDefiant are best known for the South Park games, which are pretty good in my opinion. Plus even better, the main producer on the project has also been responsible for Call of Duty 4 and the original Modern Warfare 2. So all in all, it looks good on that front. Funnily enough, the majority of the promotion I've seen surround this game has been regarding its matchmaking system. We are just like Call of Duty, but without skill-based matchmaking, which I guess worked, as with me, many others are kind of sick and tired of having SBMM in Call of Duty. Now, I don't want to go on a rant regarding the system, I've already done so in a different video that I will link in the description down below and in the cards, but for those unfamiliar with this phenomenon, skill-based matchmaking is a matchmaking system in games like Call of Duty, and many others, that matches you up with people of similar skill levels, to give you the most balanced and fair experience. To clarify, this isn't a ranked system. This type of matchmaking takes place in your regular casual playlist. Now on paper, that doesn't sound too bad, but in reality, it means that at any point you play against people of similar skill, never really granting you that feeling of actually getting better, and in my opinion, you always have to try as hard as you can to compete. And if you play with friends that are better than you, well, be prepared to be destroyed, as you will be guaranteed to play against people of a lot higher skill than yourself. xDefiant has none of that. It's a complete luck of the draw kind of system based on connection instead of skill. Something that appeals to me as a player, especially because I'm no longer as good as I used to be. As you guys will see, please be nice to me, I'm just a simple noob. And I like the idea of playing against people way better and worse than myself and being able to get a different experience the next game I load into, especially when I rage quit. Now, my other hope, besides random lobbies, is that this will offer players an alternative to Call of Duty, which, in my opinion, has fallen victim to a very campy, boring playstyle in recent years, where in the good old days you were rewarded for playing aggressively. Yet, COD doesn't seem to have a competitor in its style, an arcadey type of shooter, where xDefiant is supposedly there to fill that gap. Pause. Now, enough waffling, leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to see more. Let's see what xDefiant is all about. Okay, I promise not to rant too much about skill-based matchmaking, but I will rant about something else. Separate launchers. Of course this game isn't on Steam, but instead you need Ubisoft's own Connect launcher. Obviously only applying to PC players, but it's just annoying. I don't want your crappy launcher for the one game I play of yours, but I have to use it and update it 3 times before even being able to play the game. It's not just Ubisoft that does this, but it's a cancer within the industry, and I just wanted to point it out because it sucks and no one really wants it. My lack of skill started straight away when I booted up the game, as I didn't focus my window and got this choppy footage for the narrated setup menu. Sorry about that. However, as someone who's a big proponent of accessibility in video games, in fact, I've done some work in the industry to improve it for a game called RuneScape, I was very happy to see this. The menu is nothing more than a setup menu for accessibility features and other settings as well, but why this is so important is the fact that if you are impaired, for example visually impaired, you don't have to struggle to find this setting. Instead, it's there straight away. You earned some brownie points there, Ubisoft, well done. Loading into the actual game was a pleasure as well. No fancy smancy cutscene, overcomplicated stuff, no. Here's the message of the day, and boom, menu. Play whatever you want, set up your classes, check out the different heroes, or interact with the battle pass, the game's monetization, which so far isn't pay to win and purely cosmetic, which is fantastic stuff, as everyone has an equal playing field due to you not being able to splurge some cash and get better weapons than me. I looked at the classes first, and yet again, simplicity. You have one weapon of each type unlocked, which you can add attachments to by simply leveling up that weapon, and you unlock more weapons by doing simple challenges that don't change your playstyle. For example, unlocking the AK is done by doing 4000 damage with assault rifles, aka roughly 40 kills, and unlocking the MP7 is done by getting point blank kills with SMGs. I absolutely love this, because the worst thing about Call of Duties is that you need to do all these convoluted things to unlock weapons and attachments that change your natural playstyle or make no sense at all, like long shots with pistols. Whereas here, you just play normally and unlock them naturally. One thing I find less great, but is personal preference, is the hero system. Simply put, I'm not a fan of having abilities within shooters. The easiest way I can explain the way the heroes work in this game is similar to a game like Overwatch, only less powerful and game breaking. At least from my experience. Things like Libertats being able to heal people standing near you, or Phantoms that have a thing to go invisible. Nothing outrageous, just not really my cup of tea. I also figured that this system is a mix between Call of Duty's perk system and killstreak system, as they have some passive and offensive features as well, where the latter only are usable when they are charged up during gameplay and the passive ones are always active. An example of an offensive ability is the opportunity to use these goggles to see people through walls, and a passive one can be regarding you not showing up on the minimap like a perk as Ghost. Before we get into the game itself, I just want to clarify it one more time, I am not a great player, so please bear with me for the gameplay, as I die a lot, which actually I was quite happy with, but we will get into that in just a moment, as I know that might sound weird to some of you, because Ubisoft lied to us about no skill-based matchmaking. Well, kind of. Actually, not really. So the game has 3 modes. A casual playlist, competitive ranked, functioning exactly how you expect it to, playing against the same rank after you qualified, and a test area. Yet there's also an onboard playlist that is kind of skill-based matchmaking, as you only play against players up to level 25, which is good. Protect new players and give them an easier time when loading into your game. That's how it's supposed to be done before sending them free into the real world. Actually, you don't even have to play this mode, as you can hop into anything you want straight away, but I chose to play it anyway because I suck. Remember how I said I was happy to die a lot in this game? Well, it's because it didn't feel terrible to do so, as throughout my time playing, I felt myself getting to grips with the game more and more and doing better and better, knowing I won't hit a certain ceiling and play against people that are similar skill to myself. Thankfully, the game also allows you to improve fast, as it's very fast paced. No 30-second walks just to die, no. Within 10 seconds, there's probably an enemy on your screen to shoot, or in my case, get shot by. Because this game isn't as simple as Call of Duty is, where aim assist will carry your ass hard when you're a controller Andy like me. Don't get me wrong, there is aim assist, but it's by far not as strong as it is in Call of Duty, and you actually have to aim at the person, as I found myself aiming around the person a lot, expecting aim assist to carry me, something I quite frankly never realized I did until playing this game. But this game actually requires you to aim at someone to be able to hit them, which you actually have to do a few times because the health is a lot higher than your average COD game. Increased health and actual aiming skill make it so that skill is rewarded in this game. If you are a better shot than someone else, you will win the gunfight in situations where it's one-on-one. Obviously, there are plenty of scenarios where someone is behind cover up above and you're out in the open, where you don't stand a chance. But regarding the one-on-ones, throughout my time playing, I never had a gunfight that I lost, and I lost many, where I felt I should have won it. And when I started to get a bit better and actually taking people out, it felt satisfying, as it truly felt that you beat them and won the gunfight. The maps that I played were all quite good. The game itself looks bright and colorful, making every map feel alive, and they all have character to them. One thing that might help with that is that some of them are based on locations from other Ubisoft titles, like how my favorite map Dumbo, which is funny because I am one, is based on a location from The Division. I'm pretty sure all of them fall into the 3-lane map design that Call of Duty applies, which I think works best in general for arcade shooters. There was one map, however, called Echelon HQ, that did feel a lot worse than some others. Where I think Dumbo is very simple and straightforward, something I really like, Echelon and a few others had a lot going on regarding various hallways and little side areas. This might become less of an issue as you learn the maps more, but on maps like Echelon, I did feel like I was randomly getting shot from hidden areas that I didn't even know were there. Like I said, this feeling might go away once you learn the maps more, as I played most of them only once or twice. The game modes in this game are very straightforward as well. Escort, Zone Control, Domination, Occupy and Hotshot. Domination is exactly the same as it is in Call of Duty, and Occupy is pretty much Hardpoint / King of the Hill. Hotshot is a bit more complicated as it's similar to the game mode Cranked in COD, but instead you don't explode and you have to pick up bounties that you have to complete. I didn't play this one, so I can't say much on it, but it does sound fun. Before I get into the one I didn't like, Escort, you also have Zone Control, which functions like Battlefield's Conquest mode, where you have to push objectives forwards on the map and the other team has to defend it. Now, Escort. I just don't know. I played it a few times and it didn't feel great. You have to escort this robot to a checkpoint to win, and the other team has to defend. The defending team has a little respawn delay and the attacking team doesn't. Where most of the other game modes make every map feel very fast paced, this one kind of slowed it right down, as there was a lot of walking involved to get to the action due to you spawning quite far back from where the robot is. Just not my cup of tea, but I guess it's nice for the people who like some more slow paced tactical gameplay. However, there's one major flaw with this game, that funnily enough is also its strength, its simplicity. I like how the weapons, their setups and challenges are simple. Same goes for the game modes and menus and maps. Yet there isn't much to do in the game besides grinding out camos. Sure, you can level up, but it's just a number. There are no cool icons to show off or calling cards that have interesting pictures. It's just number go up. The main point in xDefiant, in my eyes, is to have fun and enjoy it versus grinding out experience to unlock things, which is okay I suppose, but I do always like to have some tangible goals to aim for as well. This lack of tangibleness, if that's even a word, is also seen in its gameplay. There are no kill streaks to get, so losing a streak doesn't really feel all that bad. Sure, I'd rather get a 10 kill streak than 1 kill and then dying, but you don't lose anything. I like the feeling of having 10 kills on Black Ops 1. Knowing you are 1 kill of dogs, sneaking around to pick someone off, but this game doesn't offer that, which is a design decision as a lot of the killstreak-esque features are found within the different heroes, obviously a lot less impactful than Harriers or dogs. I know a lot of other shooters don't really have kill streaks, but I wonder if a game inspired by Call of Duty, which xDefiant obviously is, will be able to retain its players by just offering them camo grinds and possible other challenges in the future. Now with all that being said, the 2 hours were up, I got shot a lot of times, but at least killed a few people in game as well, so it's time to see if you should refund, or well, install xDefiant. I think I can summarize this game in one single word. Simple. Simple in the sense that it's you spawning into the game with a weapon where your aim is to do whatever objective and shoot people. Something I think that is seriously missing within the shooter space. A game that you can hop on whenever you like and play for a couple of games, not having to worry about sweating your bollocks off, but instead you can play very casually alone or with friends. Sure, you can come across Monster Snipe 69 who will absolutely slap you up, but you can also get Thumbless Johnny who looks clueless and is a free plus 100 on your screen. This game is simply just a lot of fun. The maps have character to them, the game modes are interesting, and the weapons feel fun and different to use, requiring actual skill to get better with. I want to play this game and improve, as I know the more I play, the better I get and the more enjoyment I get out of it. Something I haven't felt with Call of Duty for quite a long time, due to the way skill-based matchmaking functions. And sure, it might seem that no SPMM is the reason I like it, but that would be selling this game short, as the simplicity in everything creates a polished, enjoyable and easy to hop in arcade shooter the thing it aspires to be. Yes, there are some issues as well, mainly in the fact that progression in this game doesn't feel very exciting and the leveling up takes a long time. But if that's everything, then you might be sitting on a goldmine here, Ubisoft. So should you refund xDefiant? No. Get the shitty Ubisoft Connect launcher, download it, and let me know in the comment section down below what you think of the game. Like the video if you did enjoy it, check out the playlist for more of these videos, and subscribe if you're new. My name is Chev, and I'll see you guys in my next video.